to my channel. I am Sundej, and I created my brand called the VIP Vibe to help others to create their own version of a VIP life through meditation, money mindset tools, and manifestation journaling. So in today's video, I want to talk about how we can sample our own VIP life. With this, I will provide 3 questions to consider to help you to really brainstorm and think about how you can sample your VIP life by customizing it for you. So before we get into this, I want to just clarify what sampling your own version of a VIP life even means. So when we set our intention to manifest something specifically, it's often something that feels far off or feels not unattainable, but that it would require a lot of work to get there. So the purpose of sampling your VIP life is to bring that intention that may seem far off into your present so that it feels more attainable and it feels easier for you to manifest. So to give you an example, on my Instagram stories, I shared about how I'm sampling my own version of a dream home. So in the video, in the stories that I shared on Instagram, I talked about like the dream house as being the focus and then actually going to visit this house. So if you are living in a space where you don't physically want to be, maybe you don't even know how you would get the money to obtain it or how Law of Attraction can deliver that to you. By putting yourself in the situation, you're engaging with the future version of you who already has it, if that makes sense. So, what I also learned from going to visit this house is that it actually isn't my dream house. When I went to visit, there were actually a lot of things about it that I didn't like. I liked the area that it was in, but I didn't like the location and how it's positioned, like right by a highway, which was really noisy. The layout and everything just looked a lot different from the pictures that I saw online. So taking the time to sample this by going to take a tour and walk through it, I was able to decide that this wasn't my ideal. So I was able to scratch that off the list and kind of modify and adjust the list that I already had so that it involves more of what I want and less of what I don't. So that was a lot, but this is how you sample your own version of a VIP life. This could also be, if it's a car, if for you it's a car, right? Your dream car, it is going to test drive it and to help you decide, like, is this a car that I really like? Do I like the way it drives? Do I like the color? Do I like how I feel inside of it? You know, all of these things are important to consider because you want to make sure that what you're asking for is what you really want. So going along with the example of the house, sampling your VIP life doesn't necessarily mean going to a place to experience it. It could also mean bringing that space into your own personal space. What I mean when I say that is, instead of going to visit a house, thinking about how can you turn your current space into something that reflects the ideal space, right? The VIP space that you have set your intention to create. So if you are living at home with your family or with a roommate or whoever, but you really want to have your own space, you can start by setting up your room or whatever space it is that you're living in to look like the VIP version of the room that you want within that house. So if you know like how you want it to be decorated, what you want on the wall, you could do those things as best as you can to meet the requirements of that space, right? So you don't want to be like putting nails on the wall if you aren't allowed to do that in the apartment or whatever space that you're living in. So be mindful and respectful of any restrictions that may be in place. But you could start by putting a few things in there, like if you like crystals or if you like the Himalayan salt lamps. Start to make your current space look more like the home that the VIP version of you lives in, if that makes sense. So there are different ways to sample your VIP life. There aren't any right or wrong ways to do it. The purpose of doing it is taking action, aligned action, towards closing the gap between the current situation that you're in and the ideal. Which brings me to my second point. So what can you do now that the VIP version of you who has this thing would do? Going along with the house, if the VIP version of you is a homeowner, what can you do now to acquire the knowledge or to attract that? So it could be taking a home buyer's class. It could be learning about how to build your credit. It could be any of the things that involve buying a home, right? And it's possible that you don't even have to buy the home to manifest it, right? You might meet somebody who has it and allows you to stay there, or you might get married and your spouse buys the house. You know, there are so many different ways that it can manifest, but the idea is that you want to start thinking about how you can transform and become the person who easily attracts whatever it is that you've set your intention to manifest. Something that I don't hear a lot of people talk about when it comes to manifestation in the transformation process, right? Because the transformation is what is attracting the desired situation. So think about the qualities of the VIP version of you. What qualities does this person have? Is this person confident? Is this person social? What are the qualities of the person who easily attracts the things or situations that you are setting your intentions on? Because it's not about just getting something really quickly or doing just a few things to attract something like for temporary relief. The purpose of manifestation is transforming, shifting our thoughts and beliefs about ourselves to align with the ideal version of ourselves, right? So that takes being uncomfortable sometimes. It takes doing different things, trying new things. So these are all important to consider when we are creating our own version of a VIP life. I really hope that you all have enjoyed these 3 questions, and I'll recap them really quick before we end. 1, think about what you already have that connects you with the manifestation. What qualities does the VIP version of me have that easily attracts the thing that I am manifesting? And the last thing is, what actions can I take that are aligned with this person who easily attracts that thing? So I know that it's that this was kind of all over the place, but I really hope that this helps. Really take the time to sit down and think about them. Write as many responses as you can. I would say at least 3, because the more clear you get about who this VIP version of you is, the easier it will be for you to align your actions and your thoughts and your beliefs with that person. So thank you all so much for watching, and let me know down in the comments below if this was helpful. Which question was your favorite question, or made it easier for you to think about yourself as someone who's already attracted the intention that you're manifesting. So thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.